Today, we are going to talk about something that affects more than 75% of Americans, but it also makes us feel like we're less than others, or gives us a bit of depression or angst, or makes us feel negative emotions. We're going to talk about debt today. Stay tuned. Who knew so many Americans are in debt? More than 70% will die owing some sort of creditor, whether it's mortgages, student loans, credit cards, car notes, house notes. Your debt should not define you, it shouldn't make you, and it shouldn't break you. We should use debt to better ourselves. Like we go in debt for mortgages so that we can have a house. We go in debt for our education so that we can get better paying jobs. Debt is a tool that should be used to push us forward. It should enable us to progress. It shouldn't leave us feeling burdened and defeated and downtrodden. I know most times it does, and it's easier said than done, but you're able to get from under that debt rock. I know you are. Those decimal points and commas do not define us as human beings. They don't tell us who we are. And when I see people on the street, or when you see me, you don't see what I owe. You just see me as a person, and that's how we should all see each other and not be burdened by what we owe. You're an incredibly amazing person, and regardless of whether you have debt or not, you're still an incredibly amazing person. Debt is just the tool that we need to get us to where we have to go. Let's use it that way. I found a lot of comfort and safety in listening to a lot of motivational speakers, because they were the ones who encouraged me, telling me I could do it, that I would get out of debt, that I would be where I wanted to be. If you're struggling to get out of debt, just keep trying, keep working, you'll make it there eventually. Listen to some motivational speakers. I'll put their info below. I'll give you some articles that you can use, maybe read, and they will benefit you too. You could even Google some of this information. Google finance success stories and see what you come up with. You'll see how people who are just as downtrodden as you, or maybe even in a worse situation, how they picked themselves up by their bootstraps and was able to move on to better things, pay off their debt, and enjoy their life. If they can do it, you can do it. However, it will take hard work, dedication, and perseverance. You cannot give up. It will not be easy. I'm not the first person to tell you this, and I won't be the last person to tell you this. But I do know that you can do it if you truly believe and set your mind to do it. Going to the library and reading books about how to get out of debt and personal finances, that's what I had to do in order for me to pay off my student loan debt and my credit card debt. I didn't know about any of that stuff, and it's out there and it's free. The thing is that it takes time to learn about it. It takes time to gather knowledge. But once you gather it, you'll be so much more powerful that you'll be able to get yourself out of any financial situation. And you'll be better off because it will benefit not only you, but also your family and your future generations. And you'll be able to give back. Now that we know that over 3/4 of Americans will die with debt, why don't we all just take care of each other regarding this? Be gentler to each other, kinder, speak softer to each other when it comes to dealing with debt. And if you're budgeting and you're really struggling to get out and your friends are already out of debt, tell your friends just to be patient with you. You may not be able to go on the trips and the restaurants now, but one day you will soon. And if you have children, just tell your children to be patient with you. They are learning the skills that they'll need to be able to survive in this crazy world out here, especially when it comes to money and finance. I had to learn these skills as an adult because no one in my family told me these things. And now I'm passing it to you all. And if you're really struggling, and I mean barely able to survive because your finances are so tight, let someone know. Call your creditors, call your lenders. You don't have to go through this alone. There are ways to help you. Go to your public library to see what resources are available to you that you didn't know existed. The debt struggle is real. There are people who are deciding whether to pay their student loans or to feed their kids, or whether to buy diapers or to pay their credit card companies. The older you get, the harder it is to actually pay off debt, because the more things you have, the more responsibilities. If you're married with kids, those are responsibilities that you have. On top of trying to pay off debt, So what are we going to do about it? And so I created this channel just so I could be there for you in your time of need. Because paying off debt, it isn't easy. It's very, very difficult. I'll be the first one to tell you, and many others who have struggled to pay off their debt, they will tell you the same. When it comes to finances and our financial future, if we don't take care of ourselves, no one else will. And no one will tell you that. That's something you don't learn, regardless of how many years you're in college. Just want to make humanity better. And as always, I want to wish you Godspeed, good luck, and much success.